Northern Rangeland Trust is an umbrella organization that provides oversight to community conservancies on matters of governance, providing expertise, building the capacity of the local community conservancies, fundraising for them, and also provide the technical support to the community conservancies. We were launching a Kalama Conservancy Youth Fund. It's a revolving fund under a SACCO where we are getting to provide loans to the warriors, to the Moran, to the youth, because we want them to engage on matters of business as opposed to livestock thefts or raids, highway banditry, poaching. So we're trying to give them an alternative. The second bit that we're doing today is Kalama women does beadwork through the NRT trading. And so Kalama has several women groups and they have their star beaders. And for the first time, they made their own contribution to the conservancy. Today, they contributed 191,000 from the beadwork, giving back to the conservancy for supporting the rangers and also for supporting bursaries. And I have been in conservation now for about 12 years. I was born and brought up in Westgate Community Conservancy, a pastoral community who entirely depend on livestock. And so I have interacted with the nature, with the environment all my life, growing up, looking after my father's livestock. Occasionally I could lose some few to predators, to lions, and often get beaten. But I've really interacted with the environment. And having grown in the wild, looking after livestock, interacting with the wildlife, I found that working on conservation is really a passion for me. And I found it a passion, and I've always had a commitment to working with our local communities in ensuring that there is environmental sustainability through rangeland rehabilitation and grazing management, through co-management of the forests, managing the riparian vegetation, and repairing the degraded rangelands. It has really been amazing. There's nothing which is as good as just keeping your culture and remaining grassrooted. You wouldn't want to be an alien in your own home. And so working with the local communities, I think you keep in touch with your culture, you keep in touch with your people, you keep in touch with the environment, and it has always been great, as opposed to being a white-collar job. The conservancies practice devolution even before the current devolution that we're witnessing in this country. And I think it's a great thing because communities are more organized. They have their own locally elected boards. They have their own finance committees, sort of like almost treasury. They have the grazing management committee. They have the tourism subcommittees. And so the governance level is really great. I give credit to the community conservancies in northern Kenya where I work. And I really feel very honored. But more so, I hope that this award will inspire the new generation of African conservation leaders in this country.
The Maasai and the Samburu that you see behind me are one of the few cultures in the world that have held on to their heritage, and that is why they attract visitors from far and wide. But in a changing economic climate, they've been forced to straddle two worlds, and that is where Tom Lalalampa comes in. From Samburu, I'm Olive Barrows for Capital TV.